Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you a noob made easy guide on how to do the Stratholme Paladin gold farm. Now this is while the boosting nerfs are live, and we're also in the pre-patch of Wrath of the Lich King. So there's two entrances to get into Stratholme, the main entrance and the side entrance. The most efficient way to farm it is from the side entrance. And now first of all you're going to need the key, the city key. That is to get through the gates inside the dungeon. So what I'll show you right now is actually how to get the key. So it comes from the last boss of the dungeon right before the side entrance. So basically if it's your first run, what you're going to want to do is just follow me right now all the way around all the mobs without pulling them, and you want to get yourself the key. And once you got the key, and then we can start doing the run. So you just want to make your way around the whole dungeon, around the sides, just follow exactly where I go, and you'll end up at the side entrance where the boss is that drops the city key. Now you can't go in from the side entrance because what it will do, it will actually spook the boss and he'll run away before you have a chance to get him and get the key from him. That is why if it's your first time and you do not have the city key, you have to run from this first, like the main entrance of the dungeon, and get your city key. So the city key drops off this guy right here. As you can see, the city key, the key to the city. So once you've got that, head over to the side entrance, and this is where you're gonna be doing the farm from now on. So as you can see right here is the side entrance. This is closer and it has a lot better efficiency for doing the runs. Alright, now you want to remember that you can use Holy Wrath because they are actually undead in here, and also your Stratholme Holy Waters, which you get from the crates. They can do some good AoE damage, and also your concentration is going to be your main thing right here. Also on top of all your protection, paladin moves that reflect damage, like your Blessing of Sanctuary, your Retribution Aura, and the spikes on your shield. Now this is the talents I recommend going for doing this in the pre-patch. So you want to make sure the main thing here is you're going for a lot of damage, because if you do not kill these targets within 1 minute, they start stunning you. That is a new feature that came in with the anti-boosting thing that Blizzard has released. And so with this run, I basically break it down into more or less runs, and we want to do as much damage as possible before that 1 minute is up, because it will start stunning you. Now, this is the route, and this is how I like to do it. So we're going to be starting on the side entrance, and you want to kill on all the X's. So there are 6 places that you're going to be killing. As you can see, you run in first, there's one right there, you just keep following this, and you want to always have a kill, do the kill with your back to the wall. That way you're not going to get hit from the back, and you have less chance of actually getting hit, more chance of getting your dodges and your parries and all that if you keep your back to them at all time. So to do the run, get all your buffs up. You want to be using Seal of Light. This is just going to give you back some heals over time, and you're going to need that. You want to make sure your Blessing of Sanctuary is up and your Retribution Aura. Now, to start the run, you just want to do the first little pull. Now before the boosting nerfs, what people would do, you'd do this whole thing in 3 pulls. But by doing that, the kill phases were way over a minute. So like some kill phases were like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And that's too long with the anti-boosting thing that they've brought in the features, where it will stun you after a minute. And once you get stunned, you actually lose all your armor and you'll die very quickly. So as you can see, I've got a timer. Every time I pull, the timer starts, and I try to get every single pull done before a minute, before they even start doing the stuns, because the stun actually goes through your bubble. There's not much you can do once they start hitting you, once you're stunned. So that was the first pull just back there. Now there can be a rare just there where I was standing. You want to pull them up if he is there. Now this is the second pull. You just want to gather everything together here. and then pull them back into the corner and just simply do your AoE rotation, keeping your concentrate down at all time is a must, and keeping your judgment up for heals from your Seal of Light. Now doing it this way, it is very simple. You're not going to need good gear at all. Like this guy here is freshly boosted and has like not barely any gear whatsoever, and it does it absolutely fine. So fresh level 60 gear, you'll be fine. If you can get yourself a set of the brutal gear here in the pre-patch, full set of the brutal PvP gear will be way more than enough. Like that's nearly as good as Sunwell gear, and that will make these runs super quick. So right here is actually where you use your key of the city, and don't worry, you can reuse it multiple times, it doesn't use it up, but that is why we had to get the key at the start, to do the run in this order, just to make it a lot more efficient, so we can do a loop around the whole dungeon, and we end back at the side entrance where we can reset the dungeon and rinse and repeat. So right here we are on the third kill phase, the third pull right here, and you just want to get them up into the corner right here, burn them all down, and obviously loot it all up. Now if you have a character with enchanting, you can actually send them, or if your pally has enchanting, you can disenchant the items for a bit more gold right now. The enchanting material is actually going for a fair bit right now in the pre-patch. So we're going on to the fourth pull here, and what you're going to want to do is gather them all together here, using your ranged abilities to pull the furthest one, and that will social pull the rest of them that they run through. And you want to come down to this part right here, like the rat enclosure cage thing where the doors go down. You want to get them up, put your back to the corner here, and simply just burn them down. You want to be remembering to use your Holy Wrath on cooldown, because it actually stuns undead zombies mobs also. So it will stun them for 3 seconds, which is very handy for doing this, and it also obviously does the AoE damage, which really helps out. So we're going on to the fifth pull now, and as you've seen, every single one of these pulls, once I pull the first target, it's nearly completely over by the time that minute called timer stopwatch hits 0, because that is a full minute there. And so that is the goal that we're doing in these pulls, is to try to get them down before that minute is over. That way we don't get the stuns from the anti-boosting mechanics that Blizzard has put in, which affected us poor gold farmers pretty badly. In some cases, in Wrath of the Lich King, it's actually going to help us out, but enough of that for now. We're on to the final pull, which is this one right here, where you bring them up into the corner once again. So there's just these 3 groups, and then once you actually get up in the corridor up here, the mobs will spawn, more mobs will spawn in there. There's actually a boss that spawns in there, but they don't hit much at all, so it's them guys right there. And then you just want to simply burn them down. This is the last kill phase. Now once you've done this kill phase, you simply run back to the side entrance, not the main entrance, to the side entrance, where you're going to reset the dungeon and rinse and repeat. Now a lot of the time people have repair bots out there, so you can actually just use that. If not, you can just run back to the town. It is much closer to the side entrance than the main entrance. So you just want to finish AoEing these guys down. Loot them up, make sure you loot all the items, or even like from the bosses, like the soulbound items. You're going to be vendoring absolutely everything. And just like that, that is the made easy way of doing the Stratholme Paladin AoE gold farm. Now it's very easy right now in the pre-patch, and you can make a whole heap of gold from this. If you have an enchanter and you actually list some of the things on the auction house, you can make upwards to 500 gold per hour from here. But more than likely, you're going to be making, if you're just vendoring everything, around 300 to 350 gold per hour. So I'll show you what it looks like when you vendor this. Like, your money just goes up. Now if you want more in-depth gold making guides like this, my Wrath of the Lich King gold making guide will come out very shortly. I'm just finishing it off, putting the last finishing touches to it to make sure it's perfect, but it may be linked down below.